Disability Advocates of Kent County's annual Invest in Ability Dinner. It is a real honor to be here. I am with a room full of people who make ability reality. And for so many people, it's easy to take that for granted. But Disability Advocates does not, and they have not taken it for granted for a long, long time. This is going to be a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Saturday, I was in Saginaw at my son's football game, and the ticket booth was right in front of the handicap parking. Clearly, I came with an assistant. My assistant got my wheelchair out. We put the wheelchair together, and I buy the tickets, and we said, okay, where's the field? She says, oh, it's up the hill. And I said, oh, wow, we got a nice little hike. She says, well, if you stop being lazy and get out of that wheelchair, you could get into the riding cart. She says, we have some golf carts, available to you. And I just, every moment is a teaching moment, but I think she just took the very breath away from me when she said that.
Do you remember what you said to her?
Can you say it out loud in this
you-
crowd?
Okay.
On radio, we use a delay, so I can dump the bad words. I don't have that here.
We don't have a.
Yeah.
So I said to her that if I could get out of the chair, I said I would. And I said, and actually, I wouldn't even want your golf cart. I would walk to the field. But since I can't, I said, this is my mode of transportation. She's like, oh my goodness, I'm just so sorry. And I said, no, I said, I'm sorry for your ignorance,
Nailed it.
Disabilities that are visible are often the ones we can easily recognize and we can advocate for, but those who have an injury or is carrying a disability internally, it's sometimes hard to make that evident in the public. And so it's a weird thing. So it's like you're, as a gay man, it's like you're always coming out every time with somebody about your injury, but you realize that's really powerful to do that because it shows to people that we have to pay attention to one another.
Tonight, it's my privilege and honor to introduce to you a husband and wife who really get it. They've lived it in their business, at their church, and in the community. You watch them in the following video, and you will get it. They've been leaders in showing us all what the intent of ADA is, and they go above and beyond with genuine passion for inclusion and accessibility. Please join me in congratulating John D. and Mary Lokes as recipients of the 2017 Invest in Ability Award.
It's our limitations, and we all have them, that free our creativity. Now, it's been about 50 years since Professor Steele said that to me. I've remembered those words from time to time on different occasions, and I had cause to think of them about 5 weeks ago when we learned that our niece, who lives in Tokyo, Japan, had given birth to a little boy that they have named Jude. Jude is born into a family who loves him very much. I believe that Jude belongs to a God who loves him very much. And Jude was born with no hands and no feet. I think Jude is going to be very, very creative. Don't you?
And as some of you know, we're going to be building a new project, or expect to be building a new project, and we're asking for help. And we would welcome the help from any one of you who would like to suggest something that we could do better, because we can do better. I learned that many years ago when we were renovating Studio 28. And we hired architects, and we, as you heard, asked for help. But you never get things perfectly right. So anyway, when we concluded that project, I invited a friend of mine who was in a wheelchair to come and give me his view. And he told me very honestly, it looks really good, but there's some things you can do better. So I've always thought we can always do it better.
I've got way more than 36 reasons to support disability advocates. And if you want to hear them all, I'll be out by that really cool sculpture afterwards, or we can get an appointment and I could finish this PowerPoint to get us up to 36 reasons. But number 3 is getting people ready for work. John Couchy, in addition to being a great guy with a microphone, he also helps students get ready. And it's kind of hard to really tell in this picture, but this is a nervous group of kids down at Aveda, kids from Kellogg'sville High School. They go and they get a makeover, and then they get ready to go across the parking lot and they do mock interviews, getting fired up. And so here they are getting their hair cut. They don't take me with them because I do my own hair. And so if you could see, here they are all fired up with their teacher, Denise, fired up, ready to take on the world. Because all we're simply doing is teaching folks that they're the ones in charge of their life and go for it.